Okay, so today we're talking to Kate Stevenson from Apply for Law. Thanks for talking to us, Kate. I guess I'll just start by asking you, what is Apply for Law?
Apply for Law is an online application system, so it consists of application form and candidate management system used by several law firms.
And how many firms use the Apply for Law software?
There's over 80 law firms using it now, so we are actually the largest supplier to the legal graduate market these days.
And a lot of firms prefer to use application forms these days instead of CVs and covering letters. Why is that?
I think it's because they like to ask more questions, actually get the candidate to tailor the application to the firm. They like to ask the same of all candidates so that when they're actually reviewing the applications they're able to match candidates on like for like. Just allows them, screening online is a lot easier, so not so much paper flying around the office. And it's also very good for reporting and just having a very clear process and being efficient in the process and not letting people slip through the net by accident just by being disorganised.
And should candidates use the same application material to apply for training contracts and vacation schemes, or should they approach the two separately?
Depends. All of our firms are very different and we do build the forms in a very different way for each of them, so it really depends on the firm that people are applying to. And I think the best way to find out the approach that you should take is by reading their website and reading the instructions on the application form. For example, we've got some firms who want a candidate to apply for both vacation scheme and training contract at the same time. We've got others who definitely don't want them to be applied for at the same time because they want the most up-to-date information. So it really does depend on the firm and you really need to read the instructions that the firm's giving.
Apply for Law has a tool called My Locker, and so just for our viewers, could you explain what that tool is?
My Locker is a tool which allows people to input their core academic qualifications, so they can fill in their GCSE results, their A-level results, university, etc. It means that you can just fill that in one place, and then when you're applying to a firm who allow My Locker transfers, so it has to be through Apply for Law and they have to allow the transfers of My Locker, you can download that data on a section by section basis. Therefore the aim is that you spend more time on the long answer questions, so the bits that really tailor the application to the specific firm you're applying to.
And what's your top application tip?
Firms ask questions for a reason, so try and fill in as much of the application form as you can. They're not just asking the question just for the sake of it, they do actually want to know the answers. And I would also say don't lie, because it gets uncovered and that's a bit awkward.
And do you come across any other common mistakes that candidates make when they're applying that they should really avoid?
I would say make sure when you're applying to a firm, use the right firm names, check your spelling and grammar. Make sure you also leave plenty of time. The worst thing is when candidates leave their application to the very last minute, like a couple of minutes before the actual deadline time, and it's all a mad panic, and it doesn't reflect very well. So just be completely organised and make sure you've left plenty of time to get the form in.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for talking to us, Kate. That was great.
Pleasure.